guys, we got some more Nintendo Switch news. So it came to my attention that Nintendo is going to release their own registered SD cards for the Nintendo Switch. This is a pretty interesting move. I've been wondering when Nintendo would get around to this, because they're making accessories. The Switch has an insane amount of accessories. They're all expensive. SD cards will be no different. Now, before we start getting too like, oh, this is crazy, remember that the Switch will support any SD cards. It doesn't have to be a Nintendo one. They're not going to pull a Sony with the Vita and the memory sticks. They're not going to do any of that. But Nintendo isn't actually manufacturing these. It's going to be manufactured by Hori, which is a company that makes a lot of third-party accessories for the Nintendo Switch. We've seen like cases, we've seen the peripheral add-ons, we've seen the tabletop mode case holder that allows you to charge it while it's in tabletop mode. All kinds of stuff Hori's doing. But here's the kicker, it's going to be a little expensive. 5980 yen. This is according to an Amazon Japan listing. So we don't know. We would imagine this is the suggested retail rate, the MSRP if you will. But we're not sure exactly how much it's going to cost. But 5980 yen is about $52. $52 for a 32GB micro SDHC card, even with UHS 1 and Class 10 ratings. That's not too good. That's pretty. You would expect a 64 gig for that. So let's say people, okay, it's made for the Switch. Let's go ahead and buy it. You know, let's buy it because it's official. It's made specifically for the Switch. If you buy one of these $52, what are you gonna get? Okay, let's check it out. So you'll get a 32GB micro SDHC card with UHS Class 1 and Class 10 speed ratings, which delivers up to 80 megabytes per second read speeds, 15 megabytes per second write speeds. That's not bad as far as these specs go. It's not amazing by any stretch of the word, but it's really in line with these class ratings. Now, UHS 3 is where you start getting like the insane rates, the memory cards that are made for 4K video, you know, really high-end transfers. So this isn't really something that, it's made for HD, but it's made for like the middle spectrum. It's not made for the insane high-end spectrum. So it's not a bad card as far as the specifications go, which is interesting to note. But since it's a third-party product, an official Nintendo Switch licensed product, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive than other things. But $52, not feeling it. And I think people will buy these because they won't really know. But let's go over exactly what Class 10 UHS means. So we got a table here from the official SD Card Association. So UHS speed classes. Okay, thank you Windows. I hate Windows, guys. Alright, UHS class speeds 1, 10 megabytes per second. So it exceeds that because it hits 15 megabytes per second write speeds. And class 10, which means these are minimums. Sorry, these are minimums. So it should always deliver more than that, but it has to deliver at least this. And as you see, the UHS 3 speed class ratings, 30 megabytes per second. That's where you start getting really fast speeds. But class 10, basically the same. So when you see those markings, you'll know exactly what they mean. So we're in the higher speed spectrum according to the ratings and everything. So it's not necessarily a bad card, but there's alternatives. Now Samsung has a 32GB Evo Plus micro SDHC for $20. It delivers basically the same performance with a boosted 5 megabytes per second write speed. So, you know, there's really no incentive to pay more, to double than what this card costs, when it basically delivers the same performance. And I'm just like questioning, you know, I think Nintendo, they will sell those because people will think, oh, I can only use this card with the Switch, and you know, they'll take advantage of that ignorance. So that's a little bit disappointing, Nintendo to note. But also remember, the Nintendo Switch supports up to 2 terabytes SDXC cards. Now here's the thing, 1 terabyte SDXC cards. The XC stands for extended capacity. Not even 1 terabyte SDXC cards exist yet. And when they do, they're going to be even more than the Nintendo Switch costs. So no one's going to use the 2 terabytes for the Switch really. Now if you already have like a high capacity XC card, like a 500 gigabyte one, go ahead and use it. But I would not spend the money to get one of those unless you really want the capacity. Now the actual Nintendo Switch tablet has 32 gigabytes built-in flash memory. That I expect about maybe 4 or 5 gigabytes taken up by the actual operating system. So when you get it, you'll probably have about 27 gigabytes to play around with. And if you're going to go digital, you're going to need a SD card. You're going to want an SD card. So, you know, 20 more bucks for the Samsung Evo Plus, not a big deal. But games like Zelda Breath of the Wild, like 16 gigabytes. So you have to plan for that, and it's going to fill up fast. And I'm wondering why Nintendo, I know why they didn't go with more memory, because it's cheap. 32 gigabytes of flash memory is cheap, man. They don't have to put anything in there. It's like a phone. You remember how OEMs used to make 8 gigabyte models? Okay, it has expandable memory, so it's fine. But that's something to remember. So if you're gonna go digital, definitely pick up and I think most people will be fine with the high capacity cards, the HC cards. They won't have to worry about the XC. Don't really stress yourself about the highest capacity unless you really plan on buying every single game on the market. And even then, you could just buy the game cards or mix and match, you know, do it that way. But this is something to expect from the actual Switch. Just wanted to bring this to your attention. I'm kind of interested to see if we'll see these hop up. Might not even see these in North America. These might be Japan only. But I would imagine that Nintendo wants to accessorize this stuff as much as possible. And that means delivering products more than they're worth. In this case, almost twice as much as it's worth. But it's not a bad card. It's not an amazing card, but it's not a bad card. Something I hope this video has helped you put that into perspective. But there are SD cards out there, micro SD cards out there, amazingly fast, like built for 8K, and we've covered them, like ADATA's card. ADATA has this amazing card that's fast as hell, like 300-400 megabytes per second. Amazing, but it's expensive, really expensive. And those things are really, what those are really made for is like you're recording 4K footage. It's really not made for a game system or anything like that. But I hope this video has helped you put things into perspective. I expect to see these probably cross over, but they might not. 52 gigabytes for this kind of card is too much. But if you do buy it, you're not going to get a lemon. You're going to get something that functions, something that's decent. Now we don't know exactly who manufactured the actual flash memory, the chip itself. It'd be interesting to note. But Hori makes it, and it's officially Nintendo Switch trademarked. Alright guys, well I hope this video has helped you, and we'll see you next time.